You probably know that there's still some places in Europe where abortion is illegal. But did you know that most of them are microstates?
Je connais plein de filles, plein de femmes qui se sont fait avorter.
Vedere la marea di sì, ho detto ok, abbiamo vinto.
We're in the Principality of Monaco, nestled between France's southern Riviera cities, not very far from the border with Italy. Like most European microstates, it's not a member state of the EU, but it is a part of the Council of Europe. These grounds are recognized as independent, they have their own legislation and are not subject to much of EU law, which means they can get away with being quite conservative on some social matters. On paper, abortion has been decriminalized in Monaco since 2019. People deciding to end a pregnancy no longer risk fines or prison. But doctors, surgeons, and midwives carrying out an abortion still risk 5 to 10 years of prison and a lifetime ban from practicing medicine. In short, the Principality doesn't ban people from getting an abortion, but it forces them to go elsewhere, no matter the cost.
Donc je suis Juliette, j'ai 30 ans, je suis monégasque et j'ai avorté en décembre 2022 à Monaco. J'ai dû payer 580 € pour me faire avorter. Je ne savais pas que j'étais enceinte en fait, parce que j'étais sous pilule. Et je suis allée voir un gynécologue pour des kystes ovariens qui m'a annoncé que en fait, j'étais enceinte. Je ne voulais absolument pas avoir d'enfant à ce moment-là. J'étais à presque un mois de grossesse, donc ça rentrait encore dans les clous pour avorter en France.
Juliette decided to seek out a medical abortion. To do so, she contacted a French gynecologist just across from Monaco's borders. His number is quietly passed down between people in Monaco wanting to get an abortion.
Pour avorter, on va voir un gynécologue qu'on ne connaît pas, qui ne connaît pas nos antécédents, qui ne nous connaît pas. Et concrètement, on va voir quelqu'un où on va se mettre nu devant lui, parce qu'il faut rappeler que quand on va voir un gynécologue, c'est pas pour se serrer la pince. Hein. Et en fait, le gynécologue me dit non, mais en fait, comme c'est un acte médical qui n'est pas remboursé, et je ne prends ni la carte bleue et ni les chèques, ce sera seulement en espèces. Donc je fais genre mais donc il faut que je sorte en fait du rendez-vous pour en fait retirer de l'argent puisque j'ai pas 580 € en liquide sur moi. Et après, effectivement, les médicaments, je les ai pris à Monaco. Donc j'ai avorté à Monaco concrètement. On a juste à traverser la rue, mais c'est cher quand même traverser la rue. Pour 580 €. Psychologiquement aussi, c'est cher.
580 € is a lot more than any legal agreed upon figure. We verified this with the Planned Parenthood branch situated in France's neighboring region, where Juliette and many other people from Monaco in the same situation have gone for abortions. While getting an abortion is free for people covered by the French healthcare system, the legal cost for an uninsured foreigner to get a medical abortion in France is between 350 and 400 € max. Anything above that is illegal. This price includes appointments, medication, and necessary examinations. However, Planned Parenthood told us that even though overcharging is illegal, Juliette isn't the only one in this case. It's a recurring problem in the region. Over the years, the organization has gathered many testimonies of people from Monaco seeking out abortions in the region and being systematically overcharged. They even wrote a column denouncing the fact.
Au début, j'étais mais ce médecin nous prend, nous, en tant que femmes monégasques, travailleuses, qui travaillent à Monaco, qui n'a pas la sécurité sociale, est là pour nous. Mais en fait, non, il n'est pas là pour nous, il est là pour se faire de l'argent.
After everything she went through, Juliette decided to publicly speak up about what happened to her. In 2023, shortly after her abortion, she decided to run to be elected to Monaco's National Council, campaigning for the legalization of abortion. Her activism put on the agenda a topic that had been taboo for centuries.
À Monaco, on va dire que l'avortement n'existe pas. Enfin, ils ne se sont pas posé la question. Enfin, en France, c'est une fille sur 3 qui aura recours à l'avortement. Donc, à Monaco, c'est pareil, hein. Même si on n'a pas les chiffres, mais je connais plein de filles, plein de femmes qui se sont fait avorter.
According to an investigation conducted by a media consortium, in 2024, more than 5,000 Europeans had to travel to another country to get an abortion, just like Juliette. There are multiple reasons for this. Some missed the deadline to get an abortion in their country, others were worried that they would not receive proper care in their local hospitals. But in some cases, national law simply did not allow for the termination of a pregnancy. Some countries, like Poland and Malta, have very restrictive policies, but there's two countries that still consider abortion to be completely illegal no matter the circumstance, and they're microstates, Andorra and Liechtenstein. In Andorra, getting an abortion is punishable by 6 months imprisonment, and performing one can lead up to 3 years in prison. The act is also punishable by law when performed outside of the principality, and this will not be decriminalized at least until 2027. In Liechtenstein, where abortion is also completely banned, it's even forbidden to provide information on abortion. In 2011, a people's initiative was held on the topic. The process, kind of like a referendum, was launched to consult people on whether they wanted to decriminalize abortion. But the head of state, Prince Alois, threatened to veto the result. Because of this, many people ended up not going to vote, and the initiative was lost. The argument used by many anti-abortion leaders is that, according to them, legalizing abortion is not compatible with a Catholic state, and that they side on the Vatican's position on the matter. For example, in Monaco, Roman Catholicism is a state religion and deeply inscribed in the constitution. For a long time, therefore, the principality maintained that allowing abortions would call into question the state itself. But for Juliette, this argument is unacceptable.
Pour moi, c'est un non-sujet. Monaco est un pays catholique et ça, je le respecte, il n'y a aucun problème et tout. J'ai eu une éducation catholique, mais ça n'empêche pas que, l'Église catholique ne devrait pas avoir son mot à dire sur le corps des femmes. Et c'est tout, ça s'arrête là en fait.
And, as it turns out, one of the few European microstates to have fully legalized abortion is the one geographically closest to the Vatican. Despite having one of the oldest constitutional systems in the world, in 2022 San Marino completely legalized abortion. This considerable change of direction was largely made possible by a group of women activists, the Unione Donne Sammarinesi.
L'esito del referendum ci ha ripagate di tutti gli sforzi perché la cittadinanza è andata a votare e l'esito è stato straordinario. Noi non ce lo aspettavamo così potente, un 77,3% è una dichiarazione fortissima degli abitanti di San Marino che si sono espressi.
La sera del referendum invece io ero in un seggio a fare come rappresentante di lista e vedere quella marea di sì, ho detto ok, abbiamo vinto, perché poi io ero a Serravalle che è il mio castello dove abito, ma è anche un castello tendenzialmente molto conservatore e invece i sì erano la maggioranza.
Before it was made legal, abortion in San Marino was prohibited even in cases of rape, incest, or danger to the carrier. The only extenuating circumstance is if a woman got pregnant out of wedlock.
La legge prevede che le donne possano accedere sia all'aborto farmacologico sia a quello chirurgico. È stato previsto però proprio nell'ottica di tutelare tutte le sammarinesi eventualmente anche l'opzione di chiedere di abortire fuori San Marino per una questione di privacy, perché la nostra dimensione è veramente molto piccola, nel nostro ospedale tutti ci conoscono.
Oltre a non avere privacy c'è anche io la chiamo una violenza, comunque uno stress molto importante per la donna che comunque indipendentemente dalle motivazioni che l'ha portata a scegliere l'interruzione di gravidanza si ritrova nel letto di fianco a una donna che invece ha partorito, quindi comunque lo stress anche sociale c'è. Per questo motivo anche nella legge, ed è stato uno dei punti che noi abbiamo spinto molto, era quello di convenzionarci con strutture anche esterne a San Marino.
Questo aspetto lo troviamo molto tutelante. Fino al 2023 abbiamo avuto notizia solo di aborti farmacologici. Non sappiamo se nel frattempo ci sono stati aborti chirurgici. In quel caso, chissà, potrebbe anche darsi il caso che il nostro Istituto per la Sanità e Sicurezza Sociale, il nostro ospedale, abbia mandato fuori magari le nostre cittadine anche per una questione proprio di possibilità di avere una assistenza migliore.
Valentina and Vanessa think San Marino still has many fights to face to make sure everyone's rights are respected. To this end, they organize a lot of meetings with the younger generation, some of whom weren't even aware that abortion was illegal before 2022. It is precisely the youth's involvement that is finally making the difference in Monaco. In November 2024, 80% of the population voted in favor of legalizing abortion. And on May 15, 2025, the elected representatives finally voted on a bill allowing medical professionals to carry out abortions, whatever the reason. The government now has 6 months to decide whether to turn the bill into law or not.
Il y a 2 ans, quand j'ai parlé de légalisation d'IVG, déjà pendant les élections, on me disait non, il ne faut pas parler de légalisation d'IVG. Déjà, il ne faut pas dire le mot avortement, il faut parler de remettre le sujet sur la table. Donc comme si en fait légalisation c'était too much. Mais pas du tout. Bien sûr que moi quand je me suis présentée, c'était pour la légalisation de l'IVG. C'est obligé, j'ai envie de dire. Alors oui, ça prendra du temps, mais j'y crois et nous sommes sur la bonne voie.